gentlemen, our Angelo State Ram Band. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your eye on the sky. The game ball is being delivered by the Shannon helicopter. Tonight's game ball is delivered by Caitlin Heisey, a 2024 Masters graduate from Angelo State and a former Rambell soccer player. She is the daughter of Brooks and Jill Heisey, and she is accompanied by her grandfather, Bob LeGrand, a longtime advocate and supporter of Angelo State University. Caitlin played for the Bells for 5 years, garnering numerous accolades, including multiple NCAA Division II All-American and Scholar All-American honors. She appeared in 91 matches, the second most in program history, helped the Bells to win 62 wins in her career, and holds the program record for most career starts at 88. During the 2024-2025 ASU Sports Hollins Award Banquet, she was named the ASU Female Athlete of the Year. Caitlin gives credit to the entire team for their efforts, determination, and a successful soccer record. Let's hear it from Caitlin Heisey as we await her approach to the field. Here she comes. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Heisey and Bob LeGrand.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the LeGrand Stadium at First Community Credit Union Field. My name is Luther Harris, doing the play-by-play this evening, and I'm joined by Easton Petrie here this evening, where we have Angelo State University, the Rams, facing off against the University Texas Permian Basin team. Here we have witnessed the delivery of the game ball for this contest this evening, flown in on a helicopter from Shannon Medical Center. So with that, we'll go ahead and take a look at the team's starting lineups after we figure out who's going to be kicking off, who will be receiving, and all that jazz. There you have the Shannon AirMed group, and it's taking off. So, Easton, tell us, what are we looking for the Rams this evening on what they need to do to be successful against the University Texas Permian Basin team?
Yeah, well, Luther, both of these teams in the top 10 here in D2. Angelo State coming in at number 5 in the nation, UT Permian Basin coming in at number 9. I think we should expect a pretty high-scoring matchup considering Angelo State averages 39 points per game, and UT Permian Basin averaging 38.8 points per game. But whenever it comes to Angelo State and what they need to get it done, their defense just needs to step up in those big situations and force a turnover or a punt from UT Permian Basin. But a big game for Angelo State is their starting quarterback, Braden Fuller, coming back from injury after going down with an injury in week 2 against Emporia State. They say he's now healthy and ready to go. So if he can just get a little bit of support from his defense, that's what Angelo State needs if they want to win this game.
Sounds like a recipe for success for the Rams. Here we have the captains from both teams getting ready to take to the 50-yard line with the officials and discuss who will be kicking and who will be receiving. Both teams now walking out to the sidelines to say their last to go ahead and take a prayer before the game starts. Not their last prayer. That'd be not the right place you want to do that. But so you mentioned what the Rams need to do to be successful. Both of these teams, top 10 teams here in Division II football. What does the University of Texas Permian Basin team you think it needs to do to be successful against the Rams this evening?
Well, yeah, like I said about the Rams, I think both defenses need to get those critical stops. Both defenses allowing very limited points per game. Angelo State with 18.5 and UTPB with 16.5. So both teams averaging about 2 touchdowns given up a game, give or take, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, whatever you want to say. So I think we should expect a good game, but obviously the defense is the crucial part in today's game. Both defenses need to step up and get stops if they want to have a chance to win this game. That goes for both teams, not just UTPB, not just Angelo State. So defense will be a critical part in today's matchup.
You mentioned the critical parts of the matchup. Taking a brief look at the schedule on what the University of Texas Permian Basin team has accomplished thus far this season. You mentioned undefeated streak, man. They're on a 4-game win streak, so they're 4-0. However, they started off the season against number 5, University of Central Oklahoma, where they won 34-14 on that home game stint. And then their next close matchup was against Texas A&M Kingsville, where they won by 13 points. So outside of that, they've been basically blowing out their competition. You could say that this game here against Angelo State is going to be their first real competition after beating that University of Central Oklahoma team to start off their season. That's the resume for University of Texas Permian Basin. What about the resume for the Rams, Eason?
So the Rams started out their year in Hays, Kansas, where they played Fort Hays State, where they lost last year. I believe the score was 19-17 last year, if I'm not mistaken. But they go to Fort Hays State this year, and they win 28-7. And then they go to Kansas again. They go to Emporia, Kansas against Emporia State. They win that one 41-20. Then they go to Eastern New Mexico, where they had a rain delay for about 2 hours and didn't start the second half until about 10:30 at night. And they beat Eastern New Mexico 31-21. And then 2 weeks ago, before their bye week, they beat Western New Mexico 56-28. But it was only a 1-possession game going into halftime. Angelo State's defense kind of struggling on the defensive side of the ball in that first half against Western New Mexico. So if you want Angelo State to have a chance in this game, you have to expect their defense to get out there in the first half and make that statement that they're here to play, and they can't let UTPB get out ahead, especially getting the ball first. As we can see, Angelo State is getting the ball first, so Angelo State needs to expect to go down and score on their first drive.
Well, we'll see if that comes to fruition. So we'll have starting lineups for you here in a moment once we get to see these two teams take the field with their respective athletes. Number 41 starting the kickoff for the University of Texas Permian Basin team. And with that, the game is underway. Back to receive, nobody, because it hits the end zone for a touchback. So we'll be seeing the Rams offense take to the field first. Easton, go ahead and break down who's starting the field now for the Rams when you get a moment.
So for the Angelo State Rams, starting out on the front, the offensive line, the left tackle, number 74, Isaiah Moriah. Sorry. Left guard will be number 53, Billamy Saukilu. Center will be number 79, Dalton Perry. Right guard is number 58, Kobe Singleton. And the right tackle is number 55, Jack Stone.
And tackled in the backfield for a loss now. That'll be about a 5-yard loss for the Rams to start things off here.
So for the receivers for Angelo State, number 14, Anthony Jones, number 2, Hunter Wallace, and number 19, Dorian Morris. The tight end for the Rams, number 45, Andres Sanchez. And the quarterback for the Rams, back from injury, number 12, Braden Fuller, the 6'2", 230 junior.
And Braden Fuller's pass on that one out of bounds just over the outstretched arms of the receiver.
Pass was intended for Corey Sendall. Goes incomplete on the near sideline.
And we have a 4 wide receiver set to the left, 1 wide receiver on the right. Fuller drops back to pass, looks to his left, steps up in the gets tackled for the sack. Wasn't quite able to step up fast enough, so that'll be a quick 3 and out. Rams will punt to start things off. So back to receive the punt for the University of Texas Permian Basin team. Looks like to be wearing number 83.
Punting for the Rams will be number 26, Stephon Forbes, as he kicks that one to about midfield, where UTPB will start their drive at the 49-yard line.
That'll be Heston Kelly with the fair catch. So getting ready to take the field for the Rams. Easton, who's starting for the Rams defensively?
So for the Rams on the defensive line, Creovani Johnson, Jay Ozuna, Owen Seaver, Jeff Eisenhart, and Nathan Morcom. For linebackers, Nathan Morcom, Alex Bolobisis. The cornerbacks for the Rams, Demetrius Charles and Eugene Linger. And the safeties for the Rams, Marquise Brown and Xavier Walton. So UTPB starting off their drive with a run to get to the 46-yard line for a gain of 2. That'll bring down 2nd and 8 for the Permian Basin.
And the quarterback getting one last look for the play. In the backfield by himself. Drops back to pass, throws for the screen pass, looking to get away for the run there, and is tackled. Cannon Gibson.
So Angelo State defense looking to back up their offense here with the 3rd down and 6 for UT Permian Basin on their first drive of the game.
So Cam Tyler in the backfield, joined by the quarterback, Cannon Gibson. And the tackle at the line, so quick 3 and out from both of these two teams thus far to start things off. So now the Rams will be back to receive the punt. Back to receive, number 6. And to punt for the University of Texas Permian Basin.
Sorry to correct you here, Luther, but that's number 0, Donnie Bishop. And a
Able to stop it at the
great
1.
punt for Permian Basin.
So Rams got their work cut out for them as they're going to get ready to start their drive here at the 1-yard line. As it doesn't get any closer to that, to the end zone. So, Eason, when you're this far backed up on your own end zone, offensively speaking, what is it that you're looking to do?
Well, what you're not looking to do is get a safety. You don't want to get a safety and give them 2 points, then kick the ball right back off to them for a chance to get 7 more points. What a lot of teams do in this situation is just try to run the ball to get it to like the 4 or 5 yard line, and then try and pass a couple times. So I would expect to see a run here, as that's what the Rams do.
And that carry there just gets him back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like a Rams player has his helmet come off, so he'll have to go to the bench real quick. Here we have 2nd down. So they were able to get themselves a couple yards. They're not quite backed up against their own end zone as they're getting the play in.
So, Luther, as we've said, who's on the offensive side for the Rams? Who is on the...
There goes the hike. It's a play action pass throw deep to the right side, just out of play. Was looking to get Wallace there on the near the sideline. So now it's 3rd down. You're backed up against your own end zone. You're on the, from our point of view, appears to be the 2-yard line, maybe 2.5. And another play action pass, quick slant across the middle, caught, runs past one defender, has his work cut out for him, tries to put one on skates, tackled at the 40-yard line. Now the Rams have a great opportunity here after that catch from Wallace and able to get some yards after the catch as he was yakking them up.
Big play there for the Rams. That slant route was just wide open for number 2, Hunter Wallace.
Here goes the motion. Scrambles to the right on the comeback route. An easy catch for another 15 yards. So Corey Sandoff gets the reception for another 1st down. So now the Rams have established some momentum on this drive. Eason, what are you seeing that the Rams are doing great?
Well, their O-line is protecting Fuller a little better than the first drive. You could see Fuller got sacked, I believe it was 2 times in that first drive. Their offensive line has given him a lot more time to work with back there than they did that first drive. And I think that's really what helped the Rams move the ball a little bit here in this drive.
And just witness that pass attempt to Corey Sandoff there on the sideline and unable to catch the back shoulder pass for an incompletion. So 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 in motion now. So 2 wide receivers set. Drops back to pass, looks for the quick slant, gets the first catch, gets past 1 defender, and depending on how the spot is, may be enough to
It'll be a 1st down.
Will be a 1st down. So Rams have got themselves 3 1st downs now here on this drive as they inch their way closer to the red zone. So 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Got some motions in the handoff. Gets past 1 defender and is tackled at about the 30-yard line. That's Caden Jones with the carry. So it'll be 2nd and 1.
Angelo State with -5 rushing yards right now. UTPB with -2. But Angelo State with those 58 passing yards is really helping them move the ball down the field as they have the 2nd and 2 on the UTPB 31.
And Fuller drops back to pass, scrambles to his right, looking for a receiver, throws it out of bounds. As the crowd here for the University of Texas Permian Basin politely requesting a holding call.
I believe they wanted a hold on the right tackle for Angelo State. That's Jack Stone, number 55. 6'5", 300 pounds. I actually thought they were going to call it. I think he had him on the outside of the shoulder pads, which you cannot do, but refs didn't see it, so that brings 3rd down and 2 as we continue here in this first half.
And there goes another carry. See where the spot is. Looks like it'll be short, and it is in fact short as the chain gang puts 4th down on the board. So you're on the 30-yard line. So they're just shy of the 1st down, just outside of field goal range. So your only other option is to go for it here when it's 4th and inches.
4th and inches, I think they might just sneak it here.
Yeah, well, that's probably why Fuller's under center. Oh, they'll do a pitch. And tackled in the backfield for a loss. University of Texas Permian Basin defense stands strong. And they'll go ahead and switch sides as the University of Texas Permian Basin will get another shot at it on the offensive end. As here goes the replay, the pitch, and the tackle for a loss there for the University of Texas Permian Basin team. So defense seems to be the theme here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, kind of an interesting play call there for Angelo State on that 4th down and inches. Pitching it back to the running back. I guess they were just hoping to try and get the blocks just to get that 1 inch that they needed.
Drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, scrambles past one, throws it as he's falling. And just past the outstretched arms of the receiver for an incompletion. But Gibson has yet to throw an interception this season, as he has 57 completions on 87 attempts. That's 65.5% completion percentage. 8 touchdown passes. So Gibson drops back to pass. Looks for a receiver. Sees him in the middle of the field.
It'll bring up about 3rd down and 3 for UT Permian Basin on their own 40-yard line.
Gibson in the backfield by himself. Empty set.
Doesn't like the play call. They'll look back to the sideline.
And Gibson drops back to pass, has options, steps up in the pocket looking to scramble, throws it to his right. Nice pitch and catch there near the sideline. Number 3, TJ McKenzie with the catch. McKenzie on the season, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns.
So UTPB looking at the sideline to get their play call.
Gibson confirming with his O-line one last time. Points to his left and drops back to pass. Empty set, has options, throws it deep down the middle of the field. And it'll be an incompletion.
Thought he had a man, but he was triple covered on that play.
Yeah, the
As
safety.
the PA announcer says he well overthrew the receiver.
As he almost threw it to the safety for the Rams. So Gibson now joined in the backfield at 2nd and short. In the backfield with him, his partner in crime on this down will be Tyler Camden.
So 2nd and 10 from their own 47.
Gibson on the handoff. to Camden. Camden able to get.
About 4 yards. Bring down 3rd down and 6.
So here we are, 3rd down and a few. So Tyler in the backfield with Gibson. O-line pointing at people who possibly false started, perhaps.
Which wouldn't make much sense for the defense to false start.
Neutral zone infraction. And on the snap, drops back to pass. Has a receiver in the middle of the field and is popped.
So those right there, those plays are the plays I was talking about in the pregame where Angelo State needs to convert those 3rd down, those short 3rd down, those 3rd down and 3s to 3rd down and 6s. Those are the plays you can't give up 1st downs on if you want to stay in this ball game, because it not only gives UTPB a 1st down and 10, but it also takes more time off that clock. And if you want to score points, I think it's pretty obvious you would like more time on the clock.
And here goes the punt. We'll see where it gets spotted this time. And that'll go in the end zone. So the Rams will not be starting on the 1-yard line again. Oh, looks like we got some dirty laundry on the field.
Some dirty laundry?
Yeah, that's what the flag is.
I did not see what happened.
Neither did I, but we'll find out.
But we will find out.
So it looks like the officials will conversate one last time.
The white hat making the call. It looks like it's going to go against Angelo State. Maybe an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I did not see what happened.
And here goes the microphone.
So more than 11 men on the field, I believe is what the call was, which is an automatic 1st down for Texas Permian Basin.
So defense coming back onto the field for the Rams. Gibson in the backfield.
Those are the careless mistakes you cannot afford to make if you're the Rams.
Drops back to pass, looking to get him on the out route, just past the outstretched arms of TJ McKenzie. So Gibson will stay in the shotgun, empty set. Drops back to pass.
Looks like a hold there on UTPB, but they're not going to call it.
And able to get the reception. Number 80. That's Kylan Mathis. And Gibson drops back to pass once more in the middle and caught by Ben Patterson. So, Eason, we're seeing the offensive end here for the University of Texas Permian Basin stringing together some nice completions in the middle of the field. What are your thoughts?
Well, their receivers are just getting open, which is really helping them out. You know, that penalty for Angelo State really killed their momentum as they were about to get the ball back.
Well, we'll finish that analysis after the timeout, so we'll go ahead and take a break. You're tuning into the broadcast brought to you by FloCollege.
And it's Canes Challenge night. That means if the Rams are up at halftime, Section E will win the Canes Challenge card. You'll take that card to Raising Canes in San Angelo between 9 p.m. and close of business today or by the expiration date And when you purchase one box combo meal, you'll get a second absolutely free. It's the Cane's Challenge from Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Also, sign up at the tent at the top of the ASU student section before the end of this quarter for a chance to win $100. Two students will be selected to kick for cash. If the first one misses and the second makes the field goal.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the LeGrand Stadium First Community Credit Union Field. So, Easton, what were you saying before we took a break?
Yeah, I mean, that penalty that Angelo State committed, the illegal substitution penalty, automatic first down for Texas Permian Basin, as they punted away the football, which would have given Angelo State the ball on their own 20, instead causing a 5-yard penalty to continue UT Permian Basin's drive. And those are just the careless mistakes you can't afford if you're either of these teams, if you want to stay in this game and potentially win based off of that one penalty alone.
And Gibson with the QB run, QB draw, able to carve up some yards for himself in the middle of the field. As University of Texas Permian Basin really loving the empty set. And same call, same play. Only this time Gibson will only get a couple of yards, maybe 1 yard, but still shy of the first down, so it'll be 3rd and short. So in field goal distance and able to put some points on the board.
So Angelo State coming off of their bye week after beating Western New Mexico, giving them an extra week to prepare for this matchup, for the top 10 matchup in D2 football against Texas Permian Basin. So they should be well rested and ready for this game.
Gibson on the QB draw once more. Able to get the first down now inside the 5-yard line. They'll get a fresh set of downs. That's a fresh set of chances at the end zone. Well, you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So,
well, they've ran that play 3 times in a row, and I think they've gained 15 yards. So
so 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Angelo State leads the all-time series against UTPB 7-1. Last meeting in 2024, where Angelo State won 36-7 in Odessa, the beautiful city of Odessa, I should say.
Let's not get too carried away on that carry by Harris. And Gibson in the backfield, joined by Corey Harris. So Gibson and Harris in the backfield, receiver in motion, handoff to Harris. Harris, juke move to the left. And O-lineman saying it's a touchdown. Let's see what the referees have to say. A quick meeting. Fans saying get your hands up. And looks like
short.
It'll be called short. So it's going to be 3rd and goal. And I mean inches, millimeters.
So this UT Permian Basin team ranked all the way up to number 7 in the D2 polls, number 9 according to AFCA and FloCollege. AFCA is the official ranking of D2 football.
And here we have the QB handoff. And the hands go up for a touchdown. University of Texas Permian Basin, first ones to strike blood here. Put 6 on the board.
Yeah, Luther, and that touchdown all goes back to that illegal substitution penalty that Angelo State suffered earlier in this drive, where UTPB was punting to Angelo State. So without that illegal substitution call, this game would still be 0-0, but instead it is a 7-0 lead for Permian Basin.
And the field goal attempt, PAT, is good. So 7 now on the board.
7-0.
With 1 minute left here in the first quarter.
It's another closes
And that'll be a
timeout.
1-yard rush scored by Gibson off the 16 plays, 67 yards, taking them 6.5 minutes, 6 minutes and 35 seconds to be precise on that drive. And the PAT capped off with Diaz. So they'll get ready for the kickoff as the Rams get another chance.
So the 16-play, 67-yard drive that lasted 6 minutes and 35 seconds results to 7 points for UT Permian Basin. On that drive, I saw a lot more fight in the UT Permian Basin offense than we did in that first possession. I expect Angelo State offense to come out and continue marching down the field like they did in that second drive, not getting that 4th down and 1, but they can't lose that confidence to go down and score a touchdown. So UTPB about to kick off to Angelo State.
Falcons held the ball 6 minutes, 35 seconds. 16-play, 67-yard drive. Finished with a 1-yard touchdown run by Cannon Gibson.
So to return, there will be no return. It'll be a touchback.
Lets the ball go through the back of the end zone. Rams will start at the 25-yard line.
So the Rams will start at the 25-yard line.
So the Rams heading out onto the field for their 3rd possession of this game, trailing 7-0 against UT Permian Basin. Braden Fuller 3 for 7 with 58 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a 43% completion rate. Gibson for Permian Basin is 5 for 9 with 38 yards and a 56% completion rate.
Fuller running and goes down.
Braden Fuller picks up 6 on the quarterback.
Pierce
keeper.
Fuller picking up 6 yards on the rush.
3.
This is Fuller's first game back from injury after going down in week 2 at home against Emporia State in the first half. Says he feels good and ready to go as they are looking to the sideline to get the play call, and Fuller relays to the offensive line.
And Fuller joined in the backfield by Dishler. Fuller looks like will give himself up as nothing was there after the great penetration there by the defensive line for the University of Texas Permian Basin.
Slides at the 29. 3rd and long.
So that brings 3rd down and about 6, as they will just take this clock into the 2nd quarter, where they trail UT Permian Basin 7-0.
And with that, we'll go ahead and come back once action resumes. You're tuning into this broadcast at the LeGrand Stadium, First Community Credit Union Field, brought to you by FloCollege.
At this time, Angelo State
Chevy is called the heartbeat of America, like the people who keep Texas moving. For them, only America's most dependable trucks will do. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
See All American Chevrolet in San Angelo.
In a world filled with challenges, there is a beacon of hope. For almost 100 years, Rams have been leading the charge, building a century of success on the pillars of resilience, perseverance, and determination. Through our elite facilities, cutting-edge technology, and advanced research and learning opportunities, we're preparing students to tackle the challenges of tomorrow head-on. Our alumni are ready to change the world because when a Ram faces a challenge, it charges.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the LeGrand Stadium First Community Credit Union Field. After one quarter of play, the score is 7-0 in favor of the University of Texas Permian Basin team. Fuller drops back to pass, throws to the right side. Caught! That's corralled!
What a catch there by number 14, Anthony Jones. The 6-foot senior for the Rams.
So, Eason, after one quarter of play, and now we're 30 seconds into the second quarter, what has stood out to you from both teams?
Well, I think from UT Permian Basin for sure, their defense has really stood strong the first two drives after Angelo State gained about -8 yards their first possession, and in the second possession getting that stop on 4th and inches. I think they've really showed the poise they have to come out here and win this game. And Angelo State, their defense holding UT Permian Basin that first drive after their offense didn't do anything to start the game. And then their defense actually getting a stop that second drive, but the special teams unit coming onto the field for Angelo State with the illegal substitution just really hurt them that drive. So both defenses in this game have given up 0 points. Technically speaking, I know Angelo State's defense has given up 7 points, but in that second drive, their defense had the stop and just got it taken out of their hands by that penalty. So one thing that stood out to me the most is both of these teams' defense coming out here, backing up their offense for not necessarily scoring the amount of points that they would like them to.
And Fuller drops back to pass, has options. Throws to Dishler, and Dishler will just have to catch it and go to the ground. And it'll be 4th down and a mile.
So to go over the first quarter stats a little bit, Texas Permian Basin leads 7-0. Texas Permian Basin also leads the first down category 5-3. Texas Permian Basin with 10 rushes for 24 yards to Angelo State's 8 rushes for 3 yards. So both running games not really working right now for either team. Permian Basin with 38 passing yards to Angelo State's 58.
And Fuller putting a little bit too much mustard on that one as it'll go outside the end zone for the turnover on downs.
Angelo State 5 for 9 with passes complete to, UTPB 5 for 9 for passes complete to Angelo State's 3 for 7 in that first quarter. Permian Basin with 19 total plays on offense going for 62 yards to Angelo State's 15 plays for 55 yards. Both teams have punted one time, and the time of possession is in favor of Permian Basin with 8:38 to Angelo State's 6:22. Permian Basin is 3 for 5 on third downs. Angelo State is 1 for 3. And UT Permian Basin has scored one time in their red zone chances out of one chance. Angelo State 0 for 0.
And Gibson on the QB rush gets a few yards as Gibson will continue to rush. When you look at rushing for this Falcon team, Gibson actually leads in rushing yards. He has a net rushing yard total of 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. Harris with Gibson in the backfield. Hands off to Gibson. Toss back.
Be a trick play.
Gibson finds open number 87 running with room to spare. and almost gets away from the tackle there, but is out of bounds for a big chunk play.
So that trick play for UT Permian Basin worked out just the way they would like it to, as that'll bring up a first down and 10 from the Angelo State 21. Looking to go up 14-0 here in this second quarter in this top 10 matchup. It's always hard to win in the top 10 matchup, but it is certainly very hard to win a top 10 matchup on the road, no matter what level of football you are playing at.
And Gibson drops back to pass. Doesn't find anybody open. Throws to the end zone. That'll go out of bounds. So we'll go to second down.
So UT Permian Basin actually had two, what do you call them, charter buses full of fans. So this away side is pretty UTPB heavy here tonight, as the Angelo State side is full of the Angelo State faithful. Only about a 2.5 hour road trip to Odessa. So it makes sense why they bus fans.
And Gibson will carry it himself. Looks like there's some tussling.
Quarterback keeper again.
On the field.
Oh, lineman for UTPB a little slow to get up. That was number 66.
No flags on the field. So it's Chain Gang says it's fourth down, but I don't think that's correct.
It is third down. Third down and 9 for UT Permian Basin.
Wait. Empty set, Gibson.
Looks like we'll have a timeout
And you know what that means.
from Angelo State.
We'll take one as well, so we'll be right back after the timeout. You're watching this game at the LeGrand Stadium First Community Credit Union Field, and we'll be back after the break.
Angelo State Athletics would like to
You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC. This is the truck for you. You can save $12,000 off this 2025 GMC Sierra. Designed to transform everyday moments, you could get this Buick Encore for only $24,380. Crafted to provide a first-class experience, you can save $3,500 on this 2025 Buick Enclave. You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are trying to pay attention to the ball game here in the press box. Gibson all by himself, empty set. Receiver in motion. Gibson drops back to pass, has options, and goes to the ground. Is it caught? It is. So first down, caught inside the 10-yard line. It appears to be Jason Wyatt.
Angelo State really needed to capitalize on that third down and 9. But that will bring up a first and goal from the 8-yard line for Texas Permian Basin. Looking to go up 14-0 here in this game in San Angelo.
Time winding down on the play clock, 6 seconds. Gibson will have to get this hiked soon, and there goes drop back, throwing the fade route. And nobody able to catch it on that one. As you gotta love the fade route. Love, hate it. It's when you figure out who has the best hands, and somebody's always getting mossed.
That's a good way to put the fade route there, Luther.
I remember back in the day, that was the game.
Throw the fader out.
Throw the fader
See
out.
who catches it. It's either going to be the
We'll-
offense or the defense.
We'll figure out who's better here.
Yeah. It's like when it's like those memes where it's like, well, he's out there somewhere. The quarterback just throws it and hopes the defense doesn't catch it.
And Gibson on the handoff to Kyle. It'll take him inside the 5. Looks like the spot is the 3.
So 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. Angelo State's defense somehow needs to get a stop here.
So Gibson and Harris in the backfield. Harris motions to the right. Gibson moves to his right.
Touchdown.
Open. Flag. We have a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Going to be a pass interference on Texas Permian Basin.
So that means it'll come back.
Some Texas Permian Basin fan down here yelling touchdown. But they're not going to get it. So that will bring down the good old 3rd down and goal from the 18-yard line, which is always good positioning for a 3rd down and goal spot if you're Angelo State. UTPB, not necessarily a great spot.
Well, with the passing attack we've seen from them thus far, you could make the case that
It's actually easier to pass from the 18 than it is from the 3, so we'll see.
Yeah.
It's when you get inside the 5-yard line where it gets a little difficult to pass the football.
Gibson and Tyler in the backfield. Gibson drops back to pass, throw it over the middle.
Looks like 2 penalty markers on the play for a pass interference. We'll bring up an automatic 1st down for University Texas Permian Basin.
Yeah, as the defender there for the Rams got there just a tad bit too early. And here we'll have the official call here in a moment. He turns on his mic. And it, in fact, will be pass interference on the defense.
So UTPB gets the pass interference, and then Angelo State says, I'll do you one better.
You know they say ball don't lie.
But luckily for Angelo State, theirs is only half the distance to the goal. So they get the ball on the 8-yard line.
And this is the formation we've seen from the Falcons that have been pretty successful with Gibson in the backfield by himself, and he will try to rush it. He'll get himself inside the 5.
If you're Angelo State here, all you need is just one of those goal line fumbles. pretty simple, right?
Yeah, easier said than
Just
done.
strip the ball.
Yeah.
Take it out of his hands. Not that hard.
And Falcons will stay in their formation.
What are the odds we see the exact same play here?
I think it's very
Oh,
likely.
there it is.
Gibson
Touchdown.
on the rush. And that'll be another rushing touchdown for Gibson and the Falcons as they have been flying high thus far in 2 quarters of play as they have struck first and they haven't looked back since their touchdown in the first quarter. So they'll go up 13-0 pending the PAT from Diaz.
How do you like this formation from their PAT?
I like it. It's very interesting. I mean, most teams do it just to see what the defense comes out in.
In case they actually do on it.
Yeah. And here goes the PAT. Almost blocked through the uprights for the extra point. So 14-0 now the score. Easton, what did you see on that drive?
Well, we saw another 60-plus yard drive for UTPB. That one only going for 3 minutes and 56 seconds, 9 plays. But I think one thing that's killing Angelo State is those penalties. That pass interference penalty on that 3rd down and goal from the 18-yard line is something you can't do. Even if he catches it, he's at the 6-yard line. You're right there to tackle him to bring down 4th and goal from the 6. Worst case scenario is they kick a field goal. So 10 points is a lot easier to come back from than 14. But luckily it's still early in this game, only in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go. So I think Angelo State, I know I said they're going to have to rely on their defense to get a couple stops, but now I've changed my mind. Now Angelo State needs to score some touchdowns if they want to win this game. You can't win a football game if you don't score touchdowns. So we'll see how Angelo State respond to that Texas Permian Basin touchdown here after the kickoff.
And here we have both of the teams take it to the field to go ahead and start the kickoff. Hopefully we'll see some more offense. Looks like back to return for the Rams. We'll see if they actually get a chance to get a return.
My guess is probably not.
As the kicker has been absolutely phenomenal. However, Zeke Freeman, number 4, and Dorian Morris, number 19, back to return. And that one looks like it'll be returnable, but doesn't go to either of the typical return men, and it'll be fair caught at about the 27, 28-yard line.
So the Angelo State Ramblers played in both volleyball and soccer today. Volleyball beating Cameron 3-1 in Oklahoma after dropping 3-2 to Oklahoma Christian last night. The Ramblers soccer team beat West Texas A&M by a score of 2-1 here this morning at the LeGrand Soccer Complex. Luther Harris had the call on that game.
I, in fact, did. And the quick pass by Fuller. The send-off almost looked like he had.
Luther sounded like he was going to go for 6.
I was taking off if he would have taken off, I tell you that.
Luther was getting ready for that touchdown Rams call that he's been holding in for the past, let's see, about 22 minutes of this game.
It's pending.
He's waiting on it.
And Fuller drops back to pass, finds the running back, gets past a couple defenders. Great pursuit there by the Falcons, getting hats on hats on hats on the ball carrier.
Yeah, and UTPB's defense is, you know, a good analogy for UTPB's defense right now is when you're outside at night in the fall, right, like October, and it's nighttime and all these bugs are around you and you're like, get away from me, mosquitoes. That looks like what UTPB's defense is doing right now to Angelo State, as their defense is all around the field. As I say that, Angelo State breaks off a long run, which looks like it will be a first down. I guess what a shorter version would say is it's like they're a swarm of gnats.
Swarm of gnats.
At
Or,
least,
hear me out, their mascot is the Falcons. We could just say they're flying to the football.
oh yeah, no, that's a better one than I said. But on
There we go. Rams have changed the back in the backfield with Fuller. It's number 25, Jaden Jones. Fuller drops back to pass.
fakes the shuttle pass.
And that is a pass to Jones.
Underthrew his receiver a little bit there, but Jones did a good job of redirecting his route to go catch that football. So that pass will bring up another first down for the Rams. Here on their 4th drive of the game, still have 0 points.
And we've seen these drives from the Rams where they get some momentum going and then something will go haywire. And here we have.
Well, it's like I said earlier, UTPB getting stops on defense when they need to. When they get into scoring range and UTPB is holding them to turnover on downs. That one turnover on downs from the 30-yard line on 4th and inches is really what UTPB has that 14-0 lead, that foundation built, because it was 7-0 and then got that stop and then scored that next drive. So UTPB's defense doing a good job on the defensive side of the ball. So far in this game, still only in the second quarter.
And off to the races, one man to beat, gets around him. Oh, tripped up inside the 10-yard line. Freeman on the run.
That was one of those plays where off the start, it was like, oh no. And then he broke, he got around those three Texas Permian Basin defenders. We were like, oh yeah. As you see on the replay there.
Well, you saw the snap, and then Fuller just slowly turns around, and we're like, what are we doing?
And I saw those Permian Basin defenders in the backfield. I was like, he's going to get tackled for like the loss of 6.
Fuller drops back to pass, throws to the corner of the end zone. And we go out of bounds.
Incomplete pass.
That's an incomplete pass.
So Angelo State needs to capitalize on this possession with 6 points. I know 3 points gets points on the board, but you would feel a lot better getting 7, especially since UTPB would get the ball next and then after halftime.
So Fuller and Jones in the backfield, 2 wide receivers. Jones in motion to the left. And timeout. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout as well. You're tuning into the broadcast here at the LeGrand Stadium, First Community Credit Union Field, brought to you by FloCollege.
For more than 130 years, First Financial Bank has supported our state's industries and helped our fellow Texans achieve their personal and business goals. As one of the nation's leading community banks, we proudly support the communities we serve, including right here in San Angelo. Our bankers live here, shop here, and our children go to school here. And in the fall, we proudly cheer for the Rams. First Financial Bank, we're Texas, member FDIC.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, action resumes. Off the handoff, getting a couple of yards, maybe 1 yard. A couple would be generous.
Jones
And
Looks
here,
like they're giving
gets
him
up to
2
the 5-yard line.
to bring down 3rd down and 5 from the 5-yard line.
and we have time winding down here as Eason will be leaving the press box. I'll be all alone here soon.
You still have me for another 45 seconds.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but moving on. Fuller in the backfield with Jones. And Fuller stepping up in the pocket, scrambling to the right, throws to the end zone. Flag on the play. We'll see what kind of interference is it. Is it offense? Is it defense? Is it holding?
Holding defense. Holding on to defense.
Corner of the end zone goes incomplete.
That's what it is, everybody.
4th down.
All right, so while they get that flag situated, I will go down about 28 seconds early.
Okay.
You'll have Luther Harris on the call the rest of the half.
May the odds forever be in your favor, Eason.
I will be down on the sideline with Coach Gersh for the halftime interview.
And here we are. Rams are at the 3-yard line. Fuller under center. Fuller and throwing the fade route. Caught! Touchdown! ASU! Angelo State putting 6 on the board off the fade route. Corey Sandoff, the man with the hands, for his 5th TD of the season, pending the PAT. And PAT attempt between the uprights, and it's good. So it only took the Rams a quarter and 2/3 to put some points on the board, but they did to decrease the deficit by 7. About 4 minutes left to play. Falcons have opportunity to respond. There goes the cannon. And UTPB will get ready to receive the kickoff. Taking a look at the drive. 9 plays, 72 yards, 4 minutes and 41 seconds, and the PAT by Purser. You take a look at this match thus far in yards, total yards, Rams 160, Falcons 132. You look at passing yards, Rams lead as well with 117 passing yards, Falcons 90 passing yards. Both teams have 40+ yards rushing. Rams have 43, Falcons have 42. Both of these teams have 2 penalties. There goes the kickoff, and it will be into the end zone with a touchback. So no return here.
And here's your Raising Cane's score.
Both of these 2 teams, if you look at the stats, it's an even match. We were just going over the stats for yards. They're basically the same. Total plays, Rams have 1 more play, 29, Falcons 28 plays.
Score 14-7.
And here we have Gibson now going to lead the offense for the Falcons. Empty set. As the Falcons must have saw something that they could have taken advantage of offensively coming out in this set more often than not, and throws as he's going down and it's caught near the first down marker.
It's a catch.
And it is a catch. And Gibson throws to the sideline. And another catch. That one's caught by Wyatt. Gibson carving up this Rams defense with his arms, as he's 9 for 15 for 116 yards. 5 receivers out. Gibson drops back to pass, has options, throws the quick slant across the middle. Rams helmet falls off. And that pass caught. That's by Kylan Mathis. Gibson drops back to pass again, throws it over the middle, it's caught, makes one Ram defender miss. That's a first down, number 83 on the reception, Heston Kelly. Looks like a flag on the play. And it will be on the defense, so tack on some more yards for the Falcons. Time winding down here in the first half, about 2 minutes left. Gibson by himself in the backfield. Gibson drops back to pass, scrambling, gets past both of defensive linemen, throws a dime across the middle, Gets past one defender and is inside the 10-yard line. Is tackled at about the 6. So looks like a timeout taken on the field, so we'll go ahead and take a timeout as well. You're tuning into this broadcast here at the LeGrand Stadium, First Community Credit Union Field, brought to you by FloCollege. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in the waning moments of the first half. We're on the 7-yard line. Gibson running, spin move, gang tackled in the backfield. So it's third down, but third down has not been a problem for the Falcons this evening. You look at their third down percentage, they are 4 for 6 on third down. And Gibson in the backfield. And Gibson on the carry. And he'll go down. So it looks like to be 4th and short. So it'll be 4th and short. Gibson joined by Harris in the backfield. Correction, it was a first down. So they'll get a fresh set of downs here. That's more chances at the end zone before the half. Gibson on the handoff to Harris. Harris tackled at what appears to be the 2-yard line. Time winding down. Rams need a defensive stand here. Gibson and Harris in the backfield. Gibson on the rush, gets around one, and scurries to the end zone for a touchdown. Falcons. And there goes the replay as Gibson will just trot into the end zone for 6. Pending the PAT by Diaz. Here goes the PAT, and it's good. And a flag. Must be against the Rams as a Falcon player's thumbs up in the air. Falcons have been flying all over this Rams defense. On that 9-play, 75-yard drive, it took 3 minutes and 31 seconds. So the unnecessary roughness call will be enforced here on the kickoff. So Zeke Freeman and Dorian Morris back to return. They have not had a return attempt all day. And here goes the kickoff. It'll be in the end zone for a touchback. So Fuller in the backfield with Dishler. Rams got 22 seconds. And the handoff to Dishler. And Rams have no timeout, so that might perhaps be the last play for the half. Time winding down, and it will, in fact, be the last play of the half. So these two teams will retire to the locker rooms, strategize, draw up some more X's and O's here for the second half. We'll have Eason down on the field, ask the head coach Gersh a couple of questions on what the Rams can do to finish this game with a victory. Just a brief look at the stats before we toss it back to Eason. Score 21-7 after the first half. You look at total yards, 193 for the Falcons, 164 for the Rams. Passing yards, Falcons have more, 145 passing yards compared to the Rams, 117. Rushing yards, Falcons 48, Rams 47. All right, and we see the head coach trotting over to Eason, so we'll go ahead and take a break. But just hang tight as Eason will ask the head coach a couple of questions before they go to the locker room. So you're tuning into the broadcast, brought to you by FloCollege, and just sit tight.
head coach Jeff Gersh for the Rams. Coach, offense, I'm going to here in that first half, but only down by 14 points, so not out of this game. What do you have to the team lock back in on the offensive and defense, the ball come out and have a better second half?
Yeah, we got to limit these, only even 2 scores on it. We got 12 on the punt and score 10 and then on 3rd and 18. We got that and hold them to a field goal on that part of it. Attempt. We played, that we stand bad at times, but we'll group and play. Panic right now. Our guys are seasoned, so we're going to make some adjustments. That's how it goes.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Chevy is called the heartbeat of America, like the people who keep Texas moving. For them, only America's most dependable trucks will do. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
See All American Chevrolet in San Angelo.
In a world filled with challenges, there is a beacon of hope For almost 100 years, Rams have been leading the charge, building a century of success on the pillars of resilience, perseverance, and determination. Through our elite facilities, cutting-edge technology, and advanced research and learning opportunities, we're preparing students to tackle the challenges of tomorrow head-on. Our alumni are ready to change the world, because when a Ram faces a challenge, it charges.
You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC. This is the truck for you. You can save $12,000 off this 2025 GMC Sierra. Designed to transform everyday moments, you could get this Buick Encore for only $24,380. Crafted to provide a first-class experience, you can save $3,500 on this 2025 Buick Enclave. You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
For more than 130 years, First Financial Bank has supported our state's industries and helped our fellow Texans achieve their personal and business goals. As one of the nation's leading community banks, we proudly support the communities we serve, including right here in San Angelo. Our bankers live here, shop here, and our children go to school here. And in the fall, we proudly cheer for the Rams. First Financial Bank, we're Texas. Member FDIC.
In Texas, driving trucks is woven into the fabric of our culture. At Mitchell Toyota, we know it as truck country, plain and simple. Built right here in Texas, Tundra is the truck for you. Get this new 2025 Tundra with 1.75% APR for 72 months or save $7,000. This Tacoma is only $39,485 or 3.99% APR for 60 months. Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
At Shannon, caring for our community is at the heart of everything we do. Our dedicated teams provide hands-on educational opportunities, offering continuing education credits for nursing and EMS providers. We've partnered with the American Heart Association to provide CPR training and kits for high school students and area schools. We participate in numerous community education events, providing current health information and screenings to the public. Shannon, partnering with our community for a healthier future.
I don't care what kind of stories that's been told on you. That may be a lot of things in life you used to do. If you can't give true love to me, I'll understand. Just do the best you can.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of community. Our roots run deep, intertwined with those who dedicate themselves to making our neighborhoods better places for all. That's why we're proud to serve nonprofits, the heart and soul of our shared mission to create positive change. From providing financial solutions to offering guidance and support, we're here to help nonprofits thrive and continue their invaluable work. Because when our community succeeds, we all reap the rewards.
hole 200, Tyler Pointer. So no one gets the cash tonight, but thank you to First Community for supporting Angelo State Athletics.
Chevy is called the heartbeat of America, like the people who keep Texas moving. For them, only America's most dependable trucks will do. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
See All American Chevrolet in San Angelo.
In a world filled with challenges, there is a beacon of hope. For almost 100 years, Rams have been leading the charge, building a century of success on the pillars of resilience, perseverance, and determination. Through our elite facilities, cutting-edge technology, and advanced research and learning opportunities, we're preparing students to tackle the challenges of tomorrow head-on. Our alumni are ready to change the world, because when a Ram faces a challenge, it charges.
You've got to do your best to stand the test for all ASU. Hail alma mater, hail Blue Collar ASU.
You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC. This is the truck for you. You can save $12,000 off this 2025 GMC Sierra. Designed to transform everyday moments, you could get this Buick Encore for only $24,380. Crafted to provide a first-class experience, you can save $3,500 on this 2025 Buick Enclave. You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
For more than 130 years, First Financial Bank has supported our state's industries and helped our fellow Texans achieve their personal and business goals. As one of the nation's leading community banks, we proudly support the communities we serve, including right here in San Angelo. Our bankers live here, shop here, and our children go to school here. And in the fall, we proudly cheer for the Rams. First Financial Bank. We're Texas. Member FDIC.
In Texas, driving trucks is woven into the fabric of our culture. At Mitchell Toyota, we know it as truck country, plain and simple. Built right here in Texas, Tundra is the truck for you. Get this new 2025 Tundra with 1.75% APR for 72 months or save $7,000. This Tacoma is only $39,485 or 3.99% APR for 60 months. Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
At Shannon, caring for our community is at the heart of everything we do. Our dedicated teams provide hands-on educational opportunities, offering continuing education credits for nursing and EMS providers. We've partnered with the American Heart Association to provide CPR training and kits for high school students and area schools. We participate in numerous community education events, providing current health information and screenings to the public. Shannon, partnering with our community for a healthier future.
What did you see from the Rams, and what did they
I don't care what kind of stories that's been told on you. That may be a lot of things in life you used to do. If you can't give true love to me, I'll understand. Just do the best you can.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of community. Our roots run deep, intertwined with those who dedicate themselves to making our neighborhoods better places for all. That's why we're proud to serve nonprofits, the heart and soul of our shared mission to create positive change. From providing financial solutions to offering guidance and support, we're here to help nonprofits thrive and continue their invaluable work. Because when our community succeeds, we all reap the rewards.
Punt or turnover on downs. What you can't do is give up a touchdown.
And you mentioned giving up touchdowns. It looks like the Rams have given up a few. So, if you're the Falcons, you've been flying high for the first half of play. Rams will be looking to take down the Falcons here in the second half. Do you think the Falcons just need to continue to do what they've been doing to win this game?
Well, the Falcons have looked great on both sides of the ball, only giving up one touchdown and scoring 3 out of their 4 possessions. I think they just need to keep relying on their defense to get stops. I mean, they're just swarming on top of Angelo State right now on defense, as the kickoff for the second half will go out of bounds for a touchback. Little shoving going on down there. But yeah, I just think UTPB, if they can get some sort of score here, whether it's 3 or 7, I think they got to be feeling really good about where they're at as of that point.
And taking a look at the standings here in the Lone Star Conference, you have Angelo State and UT Permian Basin tied for first place. Both teams undefeated in conference play, both teams undefeated in general. Then you have the Central Washington team, 3-1 overall. However, they're 2-0 in conference play too. So it's a 3-way tie between first place. This matchup here could have some serious standing implications when you start to get to the later part of the season and you start to look for tiebreakers. What do you think about the season on how this game will affect the Rams?
Well, I think personally, whichever team wins this matchup will win the Lone Star. I think this could potentially be the Lone Star Conference Championship, and we're only in week 6. So I think the outcome of this game will have a big effect on the outcome of the Lone Star Conference. Whoever gets first and whoever might get third in the Lone Star, because that Central Washington team is ranked in the top 15 as well, I believe. I believe they are in the top 15. So they're also not a team to sleep on. But yes, this game has a big effect on the Lone Star Conference. It is pretty much a must-win game for both of these teams if they want to win the Lone Star. Because whoever wins this game most likely will not have 2 losses at the end of Lone Star Conference play.
And Gibson throws across the middle, completed pass for the first down. Similar to what they've been doing all day against this Rams defense, just throwing it all across the yard.
And it kind of seems like UT Permian Basin is relying on the short passes, those slants, those out routes, whatever it may be, not necessarily throwing it deep, but relying on their receivers to just break a little bit free from the Angelo State corners and get like a nice little 5-yard slant pass and just take it up the field for a first down. And also on the running game, UT Permian Basin's quarterback, well, there again, another slant from UT Permian Basin. You would think at halftime, Coach Gersh for the Rams would try to adjust to the short passing game and the running game from Texas Permian Basin's quarterback. But so far, nothing has really changed for the Rams defense, not finding any stops, not finding any signs of giving up for this Texas Permian Basin offense.
And tackled at the line of scrimmage there for second down. That's Chase Wyatt with the carry. Gibson in the backfield. And Gibson joined by Tyler. Three wideouts to the right. Gibson drops back to pass.
Looks like a hold there for Permian Basin, but they won't call it. But it'll be a big loss.
Gibson tripped up over himself.
It looked like the right tackle for Permian Basin was holding the left end for Angelo State, but it wasn't called, which might be a good thing because that brings down a 3rd and
a mile.
Don't know the distance, but it is a long way away for Permian Basin.
But Gibson and Tyler in the backfield. Tyler now motioning to his right. Gibson drops back to pass, has receivers open. And tackled way short of the first down marker. So now it'll be 4th down here at the
48.
48.
If I had to guess, I would guess Permian Basin's hope on that play was that the cornerback for Angelo State would just miss the tackle, giving him a wide open lane for a touchdown. But unfortunately for the Falcons, that was not the case. So they will send out the punt unit.
Something we haven't seen that often here, and here goes a punt. Almost blocked.
Almost blocked.
And it will be returned. Gets past 1 and 2.
Big hit.
And is tackled there at the 15-yard line.
I think it'll be about the 17-yard line.
Oh, 17. There we go.
I
Yeah,
believe
you're right.
is where the official is standing. So as UTPB's defense comes out here to start the second half, their offense didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but they still have that 2-possession lead in their favor, trying to continue the second half where they left off and dominating Angelo State on the defensive side of the ball.
And Fuller on the handoff to Jones. Jones still running through contact, getting the rack. And go ahead and deposit 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and about 1. And looks like 3 Rams in backfield with Fuller. And 2 wideouts. And Jones on the handoff. Able to get the first down. And looks like they're signaling for the staff here.
So some scores for you here in the Lone Star Conference tonight. Western Oregon topped Western New Mexico 41-20 in Monmouth, Oregon.
Fuller drops back to pass, looking for a receiver, throws it deep down the middle, and the flag is thrown. Sandoff draws the penalty, so it'll be pass interference or perhaps holding. We'll see which one.
I believe they'll call pass interference, but there are 2 flags.
Oh, there is one in the backfield of the Rams.
So it could be a holding and a PI call on different teams, which would offset. Yep, there's the hold. And there's the pass interference. So those will offset, and after all that, it'll just bring us back to 1st down and 10 for the Rams. But as I was saying, some Lone Star Conference scores: Western Oregon 41, Western New Mexico 20. Midwestern State is trailing A&M Kingsville 14-13 at half in Wichita Falls. And Sol Ross is trailing West Texas A&M by a score of 21-0 in Canyon, just starting the 2nd quarter.
And the fake to Fuller. Dishler actually receiving the snap. Able to run about 6-7 yards. We'll see what we'll see where the spot is. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd down and about 4 from the Angelo State 35-yard line.
And Fuller in the backfield with Jones. Fuller fakes the handoff to Jones, steps up in the pocket, and will surrender himself for the sack.
So one thing I've noticed, Luther, about this Texas Permian Basin defense is their D-line. They're getting to the quarterback a lot faster than Angelo State would hope that their offensive line would hold them to. Typically, on a pass play, you would like about 6 seconds. That is the ideal amount of time you would like your O-line to block for. 6 seconds is a lot of time, but if you can hold for 6 seconds, that gives the quarterback so much time to throw.
And Fuller throwing across the middle and finds nobody.
But here in this game, Angelo State only holding UTPB to about 2 or 3 seconds every play, so they're just getting the Fuller in the backfield every time.
And they're sending out the punt squad. Both teams starting off their drives here in the 2nd half on punts. And punting for the Rams. It's a high one, and looks like it was no fair catch call, so the Rams will let it bounce and bounce and bounce.
Looks like it'll be down at about the 14-yard line.
It's inside the 10, so it'll be at the 8.5.
Oh, sorry, it'll be about the 9-yard line. Luther finally got his revenge on me for correcting them where it was at the 17 and not the 15.
Looks like it's just a brief pause. And actually, so Eason, what else is going on in the Lone Star Conference? You were mentioning some scoreboard updates in the Lone Star Conference. Anything else happening in the Lone Star Conference you want to share?
Well, I can go over some Lone Star Conference volleyball scores if you would like me to.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
So what's today? So this weekend, Friday, October 3rd and Saturday, October 4th, Lubbock Christian beat St. Mary's 3-1. Midwestern State topped St. Edwards 3-1. Angelo State lost to Oklahoma Christian 3-0. West Texas A&M they beat Dallas Baptist 3-0. Permian Basin beat Cameron 3-0, and Texas Women's beat Eastern New Mexico 3-1. That was all yesterday in the Lone Star Conference. Today in the Lone Star Conference, Western New Mexico topped A&M Kingsville 3-2. UT Tyler beat the newest addition to the Lone Star Conference and UT Dallas 3-0. Angelo State was on the road in Lawton, Oklahoma, and beat Cameron 3-1. West Texas A&M beat Texas Women's 3-1. St. Mary's topped Midwestern State 3-2. Permian Basin beat Oklahoma Christian 3-0 in Edmond, Oklahoma. Lubbock Christian beat St. Ed's today 3-1. A&M International topped Soa Ross 3-0. And Dallas Baptist beat Eastern New Mexico 3-0. So those are your volleyball scores from the Lone Star Conference as we are back to Lone Star Conference football. So let's start talking about Lone Star Conference football.
All right, well, what just happened was a carry for Harris for the Falcons. Now Harris in motion. Gibson in the backfield by himself. Drops back to pass. Throws to the outside. Nobody there. And some extracurriculars going on. A flag thrown near us, near the sideline.
It looks like the UTPB sideline may have encouraged the referee to throw a flag for pass interference there. On Angelo State's number 1, Demetrius Charles. So more and more penalties stacking up for Angelo State here in this game as they try to find a way to somehow crawl back into this game with Permian Basin up 21-17 with the ball at their own 21-yard line.
And Gibson in the backfield by himself. And Gibson drops back to pass. Stop and go. Throws to the sideline. Interception! Rams on the return. And tackled at the 40-yard line. Number 24 on the interception, Walton.
But there is a flag. It looks like they're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct by number 94 on the Rams as he shoved down Permian Basin's number 3. But that was after the play, so it should just be a 15-yard penalty with the Rams still having the ball. If my theory is correct, it should be an after the play unsportsmanlike conduct on the Rams. Maybe I should be official in college because I got that spot on.
And with that interception, that'll be Xavier Walton's 4th interception of the season.
So once again, Angelo State and penalties killing their momentum as they would have had the ball at the 37-yard line, but instead having it at the 40, at their own 47.
And speaking of momentum, here's an opportunity for the Rams to establish that momentum. Fuller now, after the snap, will try to carry it, but he will slide there at the line of scrimmage. Looks like to be a yard short of the line of scrimmage.
So as we've seen many times in this game, the Rams trying to utilize Braden Fuller in the backfield as a running quarterback in this game. But UTPB's defense just has something to say about it every single time. tackling him for about pretty much a loss every time he attempts to run the ball. I'd have to look at his rushing stats, but I have him right here. 6 attempts for -5 yards.
And there goes Fuller on the handoff to Dishler. Dishler looking to make a defender miss. And he looks like he's tackled at about the 47. 48. So it'll be 3rd down. And a few.
You guys can't see it because you're facing the wrong side, but this sunset is gorgeous from the way we're facing from the away side.
This guy. And Fuller in the backfield. Drops back to pass. Has 14 open. Jones open on that right side. Ran the stop. And Fuller not seeing him as he scrambled to his left.
So out comes the punt team again for the Rams. Their offense just getting nothing done here in this game, as they've only counted for 1 touchdown coming in the first half. Texas Permian Basin's defense again coming up in the big situations.
And that's a high one. And will fair catch it. And that'll be at the 23-yard line. So only 4.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. So it'll be a media timeout. So we'll take one as well since we're considered media. You're tuning into this broadcast here at the LeGrand Stadium, First Community Credit Union Field. Brought to you by FloCollege.
Angelo State Athletics would like to thank tonight's game sponsor, Tropical Smoothie Cafe. You're on tropic time now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are this evening where the Rams are facing off against the Falcons. Gibson in the backfield with Harris. And the handoff to Harris. And is gang tackled by
a swarm
Rams.
of Angelo State defenders is who he was tackled by. Brings up a gain of 1, maybe. Looks like it's about a gain of 1. So bring up 2nd and 9.
Gibson and Harris still in the backfield. Gibson, the quarterback. Harris, the running back. Gibson scrambling on the carry and is met at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like the ball came out, but after the officials blew the whistle. Angelo State now wishing if they only waited 1 more second to blow the whistle, they could have gotten a fumble recovery. But that's just not the case. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Angelo State needs to stop here if they want some decent field position to start their next drive.
And the Falcons in the empty set again. It's been very successful for them thus far in this contest. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Need to get the snap off.
Just barely got it off.
Gibson with time to throw.
Pressure.
And sacked in the backfield by number 90. That'll end the drive for the Falcons as they'll get ready to punt.
So a big sack there by the Rams, as they will most likely get decent field position, as he will be punting from his own 4-yard line.
That's Zach Burton on the sack. And a short punt there. Looks like it'll be at about the 50. Almost blocked as the punter wasn't able to fully extend on it.
It looked like they could have almost called a running into the kicker or roughing. If it was a roughing, it would be automatic first down. But they didn't call anything. So Angelo State will start their drive at the 49-yard line of UTPB. Both teams 4-0. Angelo State number 5 in the nation. Texas Permian Basin number 9 in the nation. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go here in this third quarter. 21 to score, 21-7 to score in favor of Angelo State.
Fuller with the quick pass. And that's Hunter Wallace on the catch. He'll be tackled at the 32.
So Angelo State hoping to get that offense going finally here in this drive. They might not.
Oh, Fuller in the backfield joined by Jones. Wallace in motion, Fuller, and he'll just throw that out of bounds. And there was a receiver in the area, so it will not be intentional grounding. So it'll still be Fuller and Jones in the backfield. Fuller drops back to pass on the screen, has some green, gets past one, touchdown! ASU!
There's that touchdown call he's been holding in.
Yeah. That's Fuller's pass and catch by Anthony Jones. That'll be Jones's first touchdown of the season. And pending the PAT, they'll reduce the deficit to 7.
So after all of the downs in this game, a lot of negatives for Angelo State.
And the PAT is good.
They are only down 21-14 with 1:16 left in this third quarter.
Now only down 7. Now you're in striking distance. You have more to play for. Crowd can get more into the game. You've been winning this game the entire time if you're the Falcons.
You don't want to give it up now.
Yeah,
I'll just finish that sentence for you.
Rams get ready to kick off. We have yet to see a return by the Falcons. As back to return for the Falcons is
I believe
Kelly. And that'll go into the end zone for the touchback. So the Falcons will start at 25.
Sorry, you go ahead.
And the Falcons will start at 25.
I was just going to say Rance Purser's Kickoff will result in a touchback.
So Gibson in the backfield by himself. Drops back to pass, throws it to the sideline, and just put too much air on it.
Looks like it might have had a little miscommunication there between the quarterback and the receiver. Quarterback didn't think the receiver would stutter a little bit there, just throwing the deep ball off the get-go. But the Angelo State corner did a really good job of defending.
And Gibson in the backfield by himself again. Drops back to pass, throws the quick pass. Are they calling it an interception?
Incomplete.
They're calling it incomplete then.
I agree with that. I will say the ball did hit the turf before it went into the arms of Angelo State. But it will bring down a 3rd down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Angelo State looking to get one more stop to force a punt as the fans on the home side get on their feet, wave their towels, and clap their hands. The student section wearing all pink over here for the Rams.
And Gibson in the backfield by himself looking for a receiver, throws it to the sideline over the head of the receiver. No flag, so it'll be sending out the punting team. Last 2 straight 3-and-outs for the Falcons.
You could almost argue that it looked like he was throwing that ball away by the outcome, even though he wasn't. Kind of looked like he was. So Angelo State forcing UT Permian Basin's 3rd punt of this 3rd quarter as their offense about to go back to work after scoring that touchdown on their previous drive.
And Rams getting closer and closer each time to blocking it. So Rams will start the drive on the 36.
41.
Oh.
Corrected you again there.
Hey, well,
Hey, never believe the PA announcer.
Yeah, I was going to say the PA.
Never believe the public address announcer. I'm not saying never believe. Actually, I did say that, but I'm saying sometimes he messes it up too.
It looks like Fuller will be in the backfield with a few other Rams. Looks like Dishler, Jones, and one more. And the fake handoff to Jones. Play action, scrambling to his right, finds a receiver. Throw and catch to Dishler at the 41. So that'll be a 1st down here as there's 28 seconds left on the clock. Going to be interesting to see if the Rams decide to get one more play off or will we just go to the 4th quarter. Looks like they're getting ready, so we will take one more play. And Dishler and Fuller. Fuller, handoff to Dishler. Jukes one defender, gets by one, puts the shoulder down, and is tackled at the 39. So that'll conclude the 3rd quarter. We'll go ahead and go to the 4th quarter. And during the intermission, we'll go ahead and take a break and come back once the 4th quarter resumes. You're tuning into this broadcast here at the LeGrand Stadium, First Community Credit Union, brought to you by FloCollege. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the LeGrand Stadium, First Community Credit Union Field. Fuller, shovel pass. And it'll be tackled at about the 44 third.
30.
No. Oh, I'm going the wrong direction.
38. 38.
I'm gonna So Fuller in the backfield with Dishler. And receiver in motion, fakes, handoff to Dishler.
Oh.
And able to fall on it is Dishler, as it looked like Dishler was getting ready for the pass back so they could do a flea flicker. Too much, you put too many wrinkles in your play, and sometimes
they tried to get cute with it.
Yeah, you put too many wrinkles, sometimes the other team has to put the iron.
So Angelo State sends the punt team out hoping to pin the Falcons back deep. So 21-14 the score in favor of the Falcons here in this fourth quarter. And as that punt looks to drop around the 14.
Inside the 10.
And then we'll roll to about the 9-yard line.
I'll just stick to generalizations. I know it was inside the 10.
It was inside the 10, yeah. That's for sure. But is it going to be the 9 or the 10?
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. Looks like it'll be the 9. Okay, we got our answer.
So Gibson trotting out to the field to lead the offense. And he will be by himself in the backfield, something we've seen a lot of today. And Gibson will carry it himself.
So it looks like Angelo State adjusting nicely to the QB keeper here in this second half. A little better than the first half. So with 13 minutes left to play, Texas Permian Basin with the ball ahead 21-14 over the Rams, as they have a 91-yard field to work with.
And
if they'd like to get to that 28 mark.
Gibson and Tyler in the backfield. Gibson steps back to pass, throws it to the sideline.
That should have been a penalty on Angelo State. But the referees didn't see it, so it'll be 3rd down and 9 from the 10-yard line.
It'll be Tyler and Gibson in the backfield. 3rd down already. And drops back to pass. Scrambles to his right. Has time. Gets the first and slides.
UTPB faithful like that run to bring up a 1st down for the Falcons from their own 23-yard line. Those are the plays right there that you cannot give up a 1st down. Have them pinned deep in their own territory, 3rd and 9. Would have had good field position with the offense with 12 minutes left. But UTPB had other plans.
Gibson on the out route throw. Incomplete. Pass intended for Wyatt. This game slowing down here in the 4th quarter. Gibson and Tyler in the backfield. Gibson rushed. Defender coming. And a drop. by Patterson through the hands. 3rd down and 10.
So if the man himself, Luther Harris, wants me to, I can go over some D1 football scores.
D1?
While we're here sitting.
Why not? Take it away.
Okay, so Texas Tech on top of Houston, 25-11 at halftime. Both teams 4-0 in that game. Number 1, Ohio State is leading Minnesota 21-7 at halftime.
And the throw across the middle is caught for the 1st down by a TJ McKenzie for the Falcons.
What a good catch there by TJ McKenzie on that 3rd down and 10. Another 3rd down and long situation for UTPB that they have capitalized on, that the Rams needed to stop on. So 1st down and 10 for Texas Permian Basin. Number 3, Miami is on the road at number 18, Florida State. They're on top 14-3 in the 2nd quarter. The number 6, Texas A&M Aggies, playing a close game at home against Mississippi State, up 7-3.
And the quick out throw, still in play. Oh no, he got a foot out of bounds. As he had room to run, that was McKenzie on the catch in traffic. Just stepped out of bounds. That could have been
That could have been a game. That could have been a game changer right there. If he broke free. Colorado and TCU deadlocked at 14 apiece in the 2nd quarter. And UCF and Kansas at halftime with the score of 20-14 in favor of the Knights.
And the quick throw. And pitch and catch and tackle, gaining a few yards. So now it'll be 2nd down. Kelly being substituted out. Patterson coming in. Gibson and Tyler in the backfield, sending Patterson in motion.
Looks like it'll be another trick play for Texas Permian Basin.
Gibson will throw back to Patterson. So all of that for a throw to Patterson, and Patterson will get the 1st down.
Looks like some extracurricular going on down there. It looks like they might call Texas Permian Basin for an unsportsmanlike conduct, as it looks like one of their players threw a punch at the Angelo State defender, unless they call something else before that happened, which it looks like they won't. Just kidding, they called a holding. It looked like there was some extracurricular activity going on down there, but...
And a holding call, a drive killer. But 2nd and long. Gibson in the backfield by himself.
Second down and about 15, give or take.
So Gibson drops back to pass, has time, and throws to the flats. Working on one defender, gets past one, gets the 1st down.
And looks like there's a flag in the backfield. As that play will come back.
Looks like a brief discussion with the officiating crew.
The Texas Permian Basin coaches looking at the play up here. It looks like they're not arguing it. The fans are. Of course.
So back-to-back penalties at just making the second down take longer and adding more work.
You know, I see what they're doing. They're doing this on purpose because it's taking more time off the game clock. And then every penalty, it just goes back to second down. So every penalty, they just can stay at second down the rest of the game.
This guy.
I see the knowledge there.
It's a stretch, but there's always somebody
I
that'll.
see the idea.
And Gibson drops back to pass, has options.
Has a wide open receiver.
Scrambles past one defender, jukes another, throws it in the air. Caught!
And he caught it.
Near
What a
the-
play.
Near the 42.
By Texas Permian Basin.
47.
47. He didn't give me no time to correct him.
It's third down, still in a mile. 16.
There you go.
If the PA is right.
Just listen to the PA.
Yeah. So Gibson will be back by himself in the backfield. 5 wide outs. 4 rushers. Throw in the middle. Just needs to make a defender miss.
Oh, my.
Not wrapping up. And they'll see where the spot is.
It'll be about 4th and 3. But if I had to guess, they'll go for it. 4th down and 3 or 4. I think it's 3.
So it'll be 4th and short. Offense looks like they'll stay on the field.
Angelo State just hasn't been wrapping up these past couple plays. As the fans get on their feet, the student sections makes noise. As it's 4th down and 3 with 8 minutes left.
Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a QB rush here by Gibson.
I would not be surprised either. But
Gibson.
we'll see a pass play.
Quick pass caught. And they'll get the first down. That's McKenzie tearing up the Rams defense.
The Rams defense still struggling with that passing game from Texas Permian Basin. As they're just not adjusting to those short slant routes that Texas Permian Basin is getting a gain of about 10 yards every time they run it.
And Gibson, another quick pass on outpicked. Interception. And this is finally red.
And there'll be a flag on the play.
Demetrius Charles.
But it'll be an after the play penalty yet again. It'll be unsportsmanlike conduct, but that will make Angelo State's ball 1st and 10.
And coach upset with the celebration by Demetrius Charles. As you can tell, he's absolutely livid. Possibly telling him, you can celebrate when you get to the sidelines.
Well, you just can't do that. You can't. I saw what he did. He intercepted it, and he went right over to one of the UT. He went right over to one of the UT Permian Basin coaches and just flexed his muscles and said something. I don't know what he said, but he said something. But Texas Permian Basin fans celebrating the fact that it'll be a 15-yard penalty. But it is an Angelo State possession. So both teams can be excited.
So Fuller will be in the backfield by himself, drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, has options, throws it short.
Be a gain about 5, maybe 4 or 5, 4 yards.
And Fuller in the backfield, the handoff to Jones. Fake. It's really Fuller running it, and he'll slide.
So you would have to think this drive, Angelo State, is probably going to take a little bit of time off the clock and attempt to score that touchdown, giving Texas Permian Basin very little time to go down and score.
And drops back to pass, throws it deep. And
nobody there. This game is a very hard-nosed defensive game, I would think. I would like to say. 21-14 is kind of a low score in the Lone Star Conference.
I concur. Fuller in the backfield with Jones.
Luther over there swinging his hips around because he's cold.
Somebody
swinging around in the chair.
Turn the AC down. So now it'll be 3rd down and long.
Ryan is turning the AC down. All because of Luther.
So it'll be Fuller and Dishler in the backfield.
Angelo State needs to capitalize here on this 3rd and 7.
So now it's Fuller and Jones in the backfield. Dishler near the tackle. Receiver in motion. Fuller drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, scrambles to his left, and he'll just throw it out of bounds.
They're going to say he was out of bounds when he caught it. So Angelo State will punt.
So an opportunity here for the Falcons to ice the game. They'll look to be taking as much time off the clock as they can. And there goes the punt.
So like I said, last year Angelo State went to Odessa and beat Permian Basin 36-7. But the year before that, Angelo State did come down to San Angelo and they beat the Rams 28-23 on spoiling Angelo State's homecoming. So University of Texas Permian Basin has a chance to come to San Angelo and take their last 2 games they've played here, which not a lot of teams can say.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in this contest in the waning moments of the 4th quarter. Rams facing off against the Falcons. Falcons find themselves ahead 21-14 here on their side of the 50.
Angelo State needs one more stop to have a chance in this game.
So Gibson on the QB rush. You got to think that this drive is going to be comprised of a heavy dosage of
run plays.
Run plays.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Just tick, tick, tick. The clock is Permian Basin's friend. Might see a lot of QB keepers this drive.
And Gibson in the backfield with Tyler. Correction, Harris. Harris and Gibson in the backfield. And the snap to Gibson. He'll carry it himself again.
Timeout, Angelo State. With 4 minutes left.
And that's Angelo State's first timeout. So we'll take one as well. You're tuning into the broadcast brought to you by FloCollege.
Leading the charge honors the legacy of Angelo State University while driving momentum toward the next chapter in our story. Building upon a century of success, Angelo State is uniting students, alumni, faculty, staff, and friends, and the community in a relentless pursuit of vision, determined to make a lasting impact. Join us to achieve best in Angelo State's future, focusing on 4 key areas: student success, learning experience, research and innovation, and community connection. Learn how you can get involved at angelo.edu/leading the charge.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, 4 minutes left. It's 3rd and long. This is the play that will most likely determine the outcome of this game.
And Angelo State with 2 more timeouts, so you expect to see a pass play here. And they will pass it. First down. Another short pass play that goes for a first down for Permian Basin.
As that's the catch and run by McKenzie.
So UT Permian Basin closer to feeling that victory in this top 10 matchup in Lone Star Conference. Texas Permian Basin ranked number 9, Angelo State ranked number 5. 21-14 to score, 3 minutes, 22 seconds here in this 4th quarter.
And Gibson in the backfield by himself on the blitz and the carry.
If you're Angelo State, you're just hoping the quarterback fumbles one of these plays. If you're Permian Basin, you just hope he gets gains of 4 every time.
Gibson taking a lot of hits. He has 22 carries now on the day with 38 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Gibson in the backfield by himself will run it again. And he'll get tackled.
That'll be a gain of 1. As I believe Angelo State calls a timeout.
So it looks like another. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout as well. You're tuning into the broadcast here at the LeGrand Stadium, First Community Credit Union, brought to you by FloCollege. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, and Gibson drops back to pass, throws it deep, caught, and a stiff arm there inside the 10. And that'll
That
most
should
likely
do it.
ice the game.
As the Angelo State fans on their side are starting to head out. No flags on the play, but there is an injured player for Angelo State.
So it'll be an injury timeout. We'll take one as well. And we'll be back after the timeout.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of community. Our roots run deep, intertwined with those who dedicate themselves to making our neighborhoods better places for all. That's why we're proud to serve nonprofits, the heart and soul of our shared mission to create positive change. From providing financial solutions to offering guidance and support, we're here to help nonprofits thrive and continue their invaluable work. Because when our community succeeds, we all reap the rewards. At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of community. Our roots run deep, intertwined with those who dedicate themselves to making our neighborhoods better places for all. That's why we're proud to serve nonprofits, the heart and soul of our shared mission to create positive change. From providing financial solutions to offering guidance and support, we're here to help nonprofits thrive and continue their invaluable work. Because when our community succeeds, we all reap the rewards.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, 2 minutes left. We took a longer than the usual break, as it was a timeout, then the 2-minute timeout. But here we are, Gibson and in the backfield, Harris. A handoff to Harris. Correction, it was Gibson on the carry.
So it looks like Texas Permian Basin will go to 5-0. Angelo State most likely dropping to 4-1. UT Permian Basin will continue to climb in the rankings. Angelo will have to suffer a little fall, but shouldn't fall too far considering this was a top 10 matchup. So So Permian Basin calls a timeout.
And since they did, we'll take one as well. We'll be back after the timeout.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of community. Our roots run deep, intertwined with those who dedicate themselves to making our neighborhoods better places for all. That's why we're proud to serve nonprofits, the heart and soul of our shared mission to create positive change. From providing financial solutions to offering guidance and support, we're here to help nonprofits thrive and continue their invaluable work. Because when our community succeeds, we all reap the rewards.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are having the handoff here.
Timeout, Angelo State.
And we'll go ahead and take another timeout. You're tuning into the broadcast brought to you by FloCollege.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of community. Our roots run deep, intertwined with those who dedicate themselves to making our neighborhoods better places for all. That's why we're proud to serve nonprofits, the heart and soul of our shared mission to create positive change. From providing financial solutions to offering guidance and support, we're here to help nonprofits thrive and continue their invaluable work. Because when our community succeeds, we all reap the rewards.
So I would think Texas Permian Basin will tick the clock all the way down to about 25 seconds and call their second timeout and then kick a field goal. As they will tick that play clock all the way down. Let's see how accurate my 25-second guess was. Oh, it was 24. So UTPB needs to make this 26-yarder to seal the game here in San Angelo.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, 24 seconds left on the clock. They'll go ahead and take the field goal. Oh, correction, never mind. They're in offensive formation. Looks like Harrison Gibson. He'll snap the ball, throw the fade. Caught! Touchdown! Falcons!
So that will be the dagger. As the Falcons will come out of San Angelo with a 28-14 victory over the Rams.
That's McKenzie on the reception.
Luther, are you surprised they didn't just kick the field goal there?
I am surprised.
I was a little surprised, but it looks like they knew what they were doing.
And so with the PAT being good, that'll make the final score 28-14.
Assuming Angelo State doesn't score a touchdown.
As the lead is all but insurmountable at this point, fans leaving, getting their head start to the car. Only 18 seconds left on the clock. No timeouts for the Rams.
The last home loss the Rams have suffered was last year in the playoffs, where they lost 31-21. Angelo State only losing one game on their home turf last year. Didn't lose a single game at home in the regular season. But they will suffer their first loss of the season here tonight against the number 9 ranked Texas Permian Basin Falcons.
And the kick will go out of bounds.
Kick it out of bounds. But that kick out of bounds doesn't really matter anymore.
And Fuller drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, decides to scramble, gets a few yards, steps out of bounds, only takes 5 seconds off the clock.
So Angelo State will get 1 or 2 more plays here before this game will come to conclusion.
And Fuller dropping back to pass once more. And
so the last play of scrimmage here, as all Angelo State can hope for is a 28-21 loss instead of a 28-24 loss.
And Fuller drops back to pass, and it's dropped. And that'll be the game. The Falcons come out on top, 28-14. They'll beat the Rams here in this contest. We'll go ahead and take a break, come back with a post-game wrap-up. You're tuning into this broadcast brought to you by FloCollege.
At Shannon, caring for our community is at the heart of everything we do. Our dedicated teams provide hands-on educational opportunities, offering continuing education credits for nursing and EMS providers. We've partnered with the American Heart Association to provide CPR training and kits for high school students and area schools. We participate in numerous community education events, providing current health information and screenings to the public. Shannon, partnering with our community for a healthier future.
I don't care what kind of stories that's been told on you. That may be a lot of things in life you used to do. If you can't give true love to me, I'll understand. Just do the best you can.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of community. Our roots run deep, intertwined with those who dedicate themselves to making our neighborhoods better places for all. That's why we're proud to serve nonprofits, the heart and soul of our shared mission to create positive change. From providing financial solutions to offering guidance and support, we're here to help nonprofits thrive and continue their invaluable work. Because when our community succeeds, we all reap the rewards.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that post-game interview for the head coach due to some technical difficulties with the camera, but we'll have that sorted out next time we're here at the LeGrand Stadium, First Community Federal Credit Union Field. So, Easton, my man, tell me, what's the rundown for this match that we just witnessed today?
Well, I think the rundown for this game was overall the Texas Permian Basin defense, like I've said so many times before, coming up with big stops in the situations where they needed those big stops. Angelo State offense couldn't really get anything going the whole game, and Texas Permian Basin's offense getting that 21 spot in the first half, leading them to victory. But both positives and negatives from both teams were shown in this game, but Permian Basin did just enough to come out with the victory.
And with that final score being 28-14, total yards for the Falcons, 351. Rams, 252. You look at passing yards, Falcons posted 293 yards through the air compared to the Rams, 183. And you look at rushing yards, Falcons 58, Rams 69. And so with that, we'll go ahead and close it here. My name is Luther Harris, providing play-by-play, and I was joined by Easton Petrie, like the dish, signing off here at this contest at the LeGrand Stadium, First Community Credit Union Field. Thank you so much for watching the broadcast. Hope you continue to do so for the next one. It was brought to you by FloCollege.